The young and the restless spoilers. Welcome back to our channel. Today is a beautiful sunny day, and we are absolutely thrilled to have you here with us once again. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's dive straight into the absolute madness that has taken over our screens today. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing right now. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now because my soul has actually left my body and is currently floating somewhere above the ceiling fan. I cannot even begin to process the sheer, unadulterated cinematic mayhem that just unfolded before my very eyes. I am physically vibrating, genuinely unwell, and straight up spiraling into another dimension over what just happened in Genoa City. We are not just watching a show anymore, besties. We are invested, and I am personally, deeply, and irrevocably offended by the absolute dumpster fire of choices these people are making. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I am hyperventilating into a paper bag because the stakes are astronomical and the tea is so scalding it has practically melted my screen. Okay, let's set the scene, because I need you all to feel the exact level of existential dread I am currently experiencing. Picture this. It is the dead of night. The vibes are incredibly dark. And Phyllis Summers, yes, the Phyllis Summers, has straight up agreed to be with Matt Clark. Bestie, be for real right now. They are officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. Phyllis and Matt hooking up? Genuinely. What is the psychology? I was mid skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when they started getting cozy. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because I could not handle the sheer audacity of this pairing. They are basically rolling around in the sheets, making the most unhinged, toxic alliance in the history of this entire saga. It is giving major I cannot even energy, and I am screaming into a pillow just thinking about it. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed it. I need to explain how we even got to this cursed moment. The Newmans, specifically Victor and Nick, had legit made a deal with Matt. Matt had agreed to leave Genoa City. He was supposed to pack his bags, take his fake amnesia, and vanish into the abyss so the Newmans could finally breathe. We all thought the nightmare was over. But no, Matt is a literal menace to society. Instead of leaving, he stays. And not only does he stay, but he decides to absolutely humiliate Nick by sleeping with Phyllis. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, the level of disrespect is astronomical. Matt basically looked at the Newman family, laughed in their faces, and decided to cause maximum emotional damage. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but did anyone else notice the lighting in that hotel hallway? It was so weirdly yellow, like a flickering fluorescent bulb from a horror movie, which honestly just added to the absolute dread I was feeling. Anyway, back to the main tea. Nick Newman is out in that hallway, and he is straight up losing his grip on reality. We already know Nick has been struggling, teetering on the edge with his intense paranoia and the lingering shadows of his addiction. But this is the match in the powder barrel. Nick is standing outside Phyllis's door, and the jealousy is practically radiating off him in toxic radioactive waves. He is genuinely losing his mind, spiraling into a dark, violent rage because he knows exactly who is on the other side of that. And then the absolute chaos begins. Nick starts pounding on the door. Thump, thump, thump. It is echoing through the hallway like a war drum. He is banging on the door so violently I thought the hinges were going to snap in half. He is screaming, demanding to be let in, completely ruining whatever cursed, unholy moment Phyllis and Matt were having inside. The sound design in this scene was legit terrifying. Every time Nick hit the wood, I flinched. He is acting completely unhinged, like a feral animal trapped in a cage, and you can just feel the tension building to a point where something is going to shatter. Inside the room, Phyllis is furious, and I mean furious. She throws on a robe. Her hair is a messy, chaotic halo of red, and she marches to the door. Bestie, she rips that door open with so much attitude I am surprised the doorknob didn't. She is glaring at Nick like he is the most annoying pest on the planet. She opens the door, ready to chew him out for ruining her night, but she has no idea the level of danger standing on her threshold. Nick's eyes are completely hollow, completely devoid of reason. He is not the Nick we know. He is a man pushed past his absolute breaking point, running on pure adrenaline and rage. This is the moment where the entire timeline basically collapses in on itself. Matt, wearing this incredibly smug, arrogant smirk, which is honestly so unhinged, steps up behind Phyllis. He looks at Nick, and instead of backing down, he leans into the madness. Matt casually drops the bomb that he is flipping the script. He tells Nick that the deal is off. He is not leaving Genoa City. He is not honoring his agreement with the Newmans. He is staying right here with Phyllis. The sheer, unadulterated disrespect of this man, he is practically begging for a death wish. Matt lopsidedly smiles and tells Nick to get lost, and you can literally see the exact microsecond where Nick's sanity snaps like a dry twig. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. Nick doesn't even hesitate. He doesn't speak, he doesn't argue, he just lunges. It is absolute cinematic mayhem. Nick tackles Matt, and the two of them go crashing into the room, smashing against the furniture. It is a full-blown, brutal, no-holds-barred brawl. Lamps are shattering, tables are breaking, and Phyllis is screaming in the background, literally hyperventilating right now, just replaying it. Nick is throwing punches with a level of ferocity that is genuinely terrifying. This isn't a regular soap opera scuffle. This is a raw, violent beatdown fueled by months of trauma, manipulation, and drug-induced emotional instability. And don't even get me started on the vibes in that room. It went from a romantic, albeit deeply problematic, hookup to a literal crime scene in less than 30 seconds. Nick is practically seeing red. Every punch he lands on Matt is a manifestation of all the pain Matt has caused him, Sharon, Noah, and the entire family. He is hitting him for the kidnapping, for the torture in Vegas, for the mind games, and mostly for the sheer audacity of touching Phyllis. The choreography of this fight was so intense I found myself holding my breath, my knuckles white from gripping my desk so hard. Matt tries to fight back, he really does. But Nick is operating on a completely different frequency. It is pure, primal rage. Nick grabs Matt by the collar and just unleashes a flurry of devastating blows. You can hear the sickening thud of fists. Suddenly, Matt's eyes roll back. His body goes completely limp, and he collapses onto the floor, unconscious. He is out cold, bleeding, and completely unresponsive. Nick is standing over him, his chest heaving, his fists covered in blood, looking like an absolute supervillain. Phyllis is standing there, frozen, in absolute shock and horror. She is staring at Nick like she doesn't even recognize the man in front of her. And honestly, neither do we. Nick has crossed a line that you cannot uncross. He has brutalized a man into unconsciousness. The silence in the room after the fight is deafening, broken only by Nick's ragged breathing and Phyllis's terrified gasp. I was genuinely screaming at my screen, "What have you done, Nick? What have you done?" It was a total, unmitigated disaster, and I am still physically unwell thinking about it. But wait, the chaos doesn't stop there, because of course it doesn't. Just as the reality of what Nick has done starts to set in, the piercing sound of police sirens echoes from outside. The flashing red and blue lights paint the walls of the hotel room, and suddenly the door bursts opening. The Genoa City police swarm the room. They tackle Nick, who doesn't even put up a fight at this point. He is completely numb, his eyes vacant. The cops yank his arms behind his back, and the harsh, metallic click of the handcuffs is the loudest sound in the world. They are arresting Nick Newman. They are literally dragging the golden boy of the Newman Empire out of the room in handcuffs, treating him like a common criminal. I am calling it right now, the villain arc is about to go nuclear, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because Victor Newman is going to absolutely lose his mind when he finds out his son has been thrown in a jail cell. Nick is being hauled off to prison, his face pressed against the cold glass of the squad car, while the paramedics rush into the hotel room with a stretcher. They load Matt's lifeless, battered body onto the gurney, and Phyllis, looking completely disheveled and traumatized, insists on going with him. Phyllis and Matt are rushed to the hospital in the back of an ambulance, leaving behind a completely destroyed room and a shattered Newman legacy. I am genuinely unwell. My brain is buffering from the sheer audacity of this plot. How are we supposed to sleep after that? How are we supposed to go about our normal lives knowing Nick Newman is sitting in a cold, dark jail cell while Matt Clark is fighting for his life in a hospital bed with Phyllis Summers holding his hand? It is too much. It is entirely too much. I am going to be analyzing this frame by frame until the end of time. My grip on reality is slipping. This situation is now my entire personality, and I am not okay. We are in for the most insane, chaotic, world-ending drama of the century, and I am straight up strapping in for the ride. Let me know in the comments if you are also currently deceased, because I need a support group immediately.